The motivational speaker.
Yes.
Hilary Chepkerio.
Yes. That's my name.
I heard they don't want motivational speakers. But
Yes.
anyway, before I give you the chance to actually reply to that,
Yes.
viewers, I actually want to welcome you again. This is Patrick Kegon, Taratit. This is the host today, and the channel has been Taratit Patrick Kegon. And before we continue this discussion, I would like to invite you once again to subscribe, because from my analytics, I've seen many of us are watching the videos, which is actually commendable, and I thank you for that. But support me by being part of the community. Share a comment down there, ask questions to my visitors, and I know it will form a better solution for us all. So, Mr. Motivational Speaker,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm good
Why do they hate motivational speakers?
because they say the truth. And the perception that earlier on, they will say that motivational speakers will come into your school and tell you, I started my poultry farming with one feather.
No, but is it true that you can actually start butchery with just a wave of smell?
That is nonsense. That is lies. Yes.
So, but is it actually? Something must have started somewhere.
Yes.
What actually happened so that motivational speakers started being hated? Because for me, when I was rising up, I used to look up to these people.
Yeah. Number one reason is they were looked to be poor. Number two, they were looked to be saying what they are not doing. And that is what I usually tell my students. I'll tell you what I do. And I'll tell you the reality. The problem with most motivational speakers is they lie. Yes, they lie. This is what I am, this is what I do, this is what I get, this is what I'm earning. But that some of them lie, some of them lie, some of them are genuine. Then some of them try and fake it. They fake it. So that is where motivational speakers are being hated. And the main reason why motivational speakers are being hated is they say the truth. They'll tell you the truth, and students will hate it. And majorly when a motivational speaker will come to a school, there are different kinds of motivational speakers. That is where I want to start with. Can I go with that?
Now, before you do that,
okay.
when you actually say that most probably this motivation industry has been messed up.
Yes.
By some rogue, let's say.
Yes, rogue, yeah.
Or people actually don't do that.
Yes.
You know, Patrick, let me just use that opportunity. Patrick Kegon is also a motivational
Yes,
speaker.
exactly.
And I'm a multi-talented person.
Yes.
I actually do engineering,
Yes.
working as an operations and maintenance engineer.
Yes.
I actually write books.
Yes.
I actually do now the corporate and educational training.
Exactly.
And you find me as a farmer down there.
Yes.
And now come to now the trainings.
The trainings, yeah.
And some people, when I tell them this, you know, they actually converse behind.
Yes.
Is this actually true?
True, yes. They just want to confirm.
So it is very important
Yes.
for a motivational speaker to actually reflect what they are saying.
What they are saying, yeah.
Type of motivational speakers.
Type of motivational speakers. We have number one, which people call it motivational speakers, right? We don't say even types of motivational speakers, we say type of public speakers. So we have motivational speakers. These are people who will come and talk to you when you are at a low moment. Yes. Their main role is they'll come and give you some energy. Yes. Then we have the next one, which is a keynote speakers. A keynote speaker is a speaker when you have an event and there are so many speakers, and at the end of the event, there is someone who will come and speak for even that minutes. That is keynote speaking. I'll say this, keynote speakers are paid even more than motivational speakers. If you are a keynote speaker, you will go far because your time limit is low and is less than the other ones, and you are the main one who is going to talk or speak at an event. And then there is the next one, which we call them transformational speakers. These are speakers majorly. They don't majorly talk to larger crowd. They can even talk to a few individuals, right? Then there is the inspirational speakers. Inspirational speakers are speakers who other people look up to. They want to be like. And this is where most people don't get it right. They think everybody is just an inspirational speaker. An inspirational speaker is the one walking the talk. Yes. Then we have the MC. An MC is also a public speaker. And there are so many trainings we'll do later on about how to become an MC, because most people misuse it. There's more of professionalism. Yes, so those are majorly the types of public speaker.
So, coming specifically to you.
Yes.
How did you realize that this is actually what I want to do?
Exactly. It started back in high school. And after every time we had an evening devotion, I'll request that every Sunday I'll get a chance to say a Bible verse. But those guys will tell me, no, it's a no. And then the moment I could get a chance was only during the evening devotion. So I could go there, say, when the prayer is almost done, I'll come say a motivational quote. I'll quote someone like Jim Rohn. I'll quote someone like Tony Robbins. I'll quote someone like Jay Shetty. So I'll come and quote them, and students will be like, that is a nice quote for us. And that is where I started it. Joining campus, I told you I once told you that I didn't want to do this teaching career.
Yes.
And I found this course called, this unit called psychology. So I was able to study the brain or the mind of someone between the age of 0 to 100 years. So I'm able to know from this age, this is a person who thinks like this. And that is how actually I started the passion of getting into motivation. Then came to later on, I did guidance and counseling. And I started, whenever I could talk in front of my brothers, or not even brothers, those we were in campus, they will listen, and I will always tell them the truth, and they could hate that truth. And one day I told them I want to be a motivational speaker, and they all laughed. They have never laughed like that.
This is a journey.
Yes.
And number one, people are laughing.
Yes.
You are telling me that being a motivational speaker must be a very serious endeavor, dealing with challenges and all that.
Yeah, because majorly because when I started motivational speaking, I remember I borrowed a coat. I had a trouser and a shirt, a nice shirt. So I borrowed a coat so that, first thing as a motivational speaker, you shall be good looking, smart, good looking. That is very, very important for everybody to know. So I borrowed that coat, and the first school that I went, I'll one day go back to that school and give out a very nice talk, because what I did there, they were shenanigans. But anyway, we grow.
They say it is collateral damage.
Yeah, it is collateral. I did some damage. If I remember that thing, I was juggling up with points. I was juggling up with quads. I was having stage fright, which now I'm training people on how to do it.
Let me just come back to that.
Yes.
We have somebody like Jacqueline Talama. I hope you know her.
I know her.
She insists so much about mentorship, exposure, and all that. Do you think by actually getting some exposure and maybe somebody to hold your hand by that time, it could have changed the situation?
Exactly, it could have changed. But it is so hard to find mentors. Mentors are people who you walk the path together. If what you do, you walk the talk. And finding mentors are hard to find, because they have reached a level where you need to go and find them. They don't need to look for you, you look for them. And looking for them is not just a phone call. You have to go and book an appointment, have a meeting with them. He'll train you on what to do. So I thought that was the best time, but growing up, I think YouTube was the best thing. I learned from YouTube everything. Yes.
So let's go back to the journey.
Yes.
So school number one.
Yes. So school number one, I never did a good job anyway. School number 2, 3, I was learning, I thought motivational speaking is where you can go and speak on a stage without referring to a note. So you just speak like it flows. Now, this happens, the school number 2 I did, I upgraded a bit, which is continuous learning. But what happened in school number 5, I don't forget that. I went to school and I was told to speak to parents. In comedy, in comedy, when you are told to come and talk you come to entertain people, there's something called kupanda milima. Yes, climbing the mountain. Like the audience stares at you. Like, what are you saying? And that talk, my friend, I did a bogus job, and I could only I think I made one laughter only, and one inspirational thing. And I remember I came out of that school, I was paid, I came out, and the following day I received a text from the principal, who was then, I don't know what to mention her name.
Yes.
So she texted me that I will wish you could leave this job. It's not your path. So I really, and she told me, leave this job, go to teaching, go and continue teaching students. And this is not your thing. But if you want to do this thing, on the positive now, if you want to do this thing, go watch more of motivational speakers, not even in Kenya, abroad. I went back to YouTube. I watched the likes of TD Jakes. I watched the likes of Joel Austin. I watched so many of them, Jay Shetty, Jim Rohn. And it took me I stopped a bit, because when you are told you have done something wrong, do not continue doing it, go learn. So I took like 2 months or 3 months going to learn on how to be the best. And I came out, and guess what? After 5 schools, the next event that was happening was a Kesha training of the principals of the same locality of our sub-count. She saw me when I was coming to speak to them. I could guess her perception at first was, this guy is just coming here to... But I killed that show, and the first person to come and greet my hand and told me, next week when our term ends, come to my school, was her. She invited me back to her school to speak to her purpose. That is amazing. I really loved it. So we learn from challenges.
Sure.
That is the problem most youths make. They don't learn from the mistakes. We learn from the mistakes. And again, do not stop what you are doing because someone has told you do not do it. Keep doing it, but remember, if you are doing it wrongly, stop a bit, learn from someone who has walked that path. Yes.
So the number 1 challenge, stage fright.
Yes.
You have said that.
Yes, exactly.
And you have told me how you have handled that.
Yes.
2, feedback.
Yes.
You have said that.
Yes.
And you have said how you handled it.
Yes.
3, there's something you just mentioned about friends who are laughing and doubting you.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me more about this challenge.
Now, I'll start with the stage fright. I think mostly stage fright happens majorly in 1 or 2 events. Or if you are in public speaking,
Yes.
it will not go past 3 or 4. If you start early, 1 or 2 of them will have stage fright. The 4th one will complete it. Now, the best way not to have a stage fright is what people don't know. Do not hold the mic next to your mouth. Hold the mic below your, what do we call this? Chin. Yes, chin. So hold it below here. If you hold it here, your voice will be horrible. So you need to hold it down here. Now there's number 2 thing you need to do is you don't look sideways. Maintain eye contact with the audience. Look at the audience. And if an audience is looking at you, in fact, focus on that audience looking at you. If he or she is staring at you, stare at her. Then she will turn away. So in a way, you are avoiding her or him, but you are fighting stage fright. The number 2 is avoid, if you have stage fright, do not stand at the same place. Keep moving around. And do not, if you are moving around, do not move like you're walking straight. Go look at what other people are doing in your audience. That is what you fight, how you fight on stage fright. So there are so many things you fight on stage fright. I think I've written them on my wall. And the last thing on stage fright is your points should be organized. If your points are not organized, definitely you have stage fright. And I'll advise this. The reason why most people have stage fright is the fact that they have written notes somewhere and they have forgotten it, they want to recite. So you'll find someone, it is wrong in public speaking for someone to put, I don't know what we call in language, where someone says, yes, he pauses, like pausing. In public speaking, if you want to be the best, don't pause. Continue, let things flow itself. And I advise people in public speaking, if you want to have to be the best, at least have not more than 6 points. If you have not more than 6 points and you've trained regularly, you must be able to have known what is next after this point. Yes. Laughing. Doubters.
The Thomas.
The Thomases. The Thomases are there. They are just liking my page. I'm seeing Kuba, this guy was serious about his dreams. And I even say this. I said this when I was in high school, and I told my friends that I think I've been laughed 2 times. At 2 times. I said I want to write a book. They told me, which picture will you place it at the back of the page? So I think I've written one book, and I think they can see the picture that is there. Yes. So the doubters, try and as much as don't prove them that they were wrong, but keep doing your thing. Yes. Don't prove anyone wrong. Do your thing. In as much as you're doing and focusing on your thing, you are good to go. So the doubters, I usually tell them, keep doubting. We are on. We are flying. Yes.
With your clients,
yes.
Relationship with your clients,
yes.
Are there some situations you have gone, maybe you've made a contract, you've made an agreement, yes. Then it bounces or something like that?
Yeah. Bouncing now, it will bounce. Like okay, in some unavoidable circumstances, like you made an agreement and the school says that the government says that we are closing schools earlier. So
that's
yes, that's logical. But there are some contracts where you signed an agreement and you reach there, you are told you've moved from all the way from Eldoret to Nairobi, and you're told, I think we agreed next week. And because it was a phone call, you cannot prove it through a text. So there are challenges. Those are very good challenges. If you don't learn from them, you need, at times, I usually prefer, and because if the client knows me, if you are conversant with the client, at times they do something which we call they pay up. So they pay 50%.
It's a commitment fee.
It's a commitment fee. So they pay me, I come. Some clients whom if we are not conversant with them, I will go there, we meet, and then they'll pay later. But I usually prefer the two. They are either good. They are good both. But majorly, you need to confirm. Some even you can call them that you agreed a certain day. You call them and they tell you that they'll not pick your phone call. So those are challenges that are there. Yet you agreed, it's on Monday next week. Reaching that Monday morning, you move from, you cannot storm to someone's school when you've not said, I'm around.
Yes, sure.
Yes, you go somewhere, you confirm, but reaching there, you reach, unafika kama the phone is off or he is not picking the phone. But at times it's understandable because those people, they hold higher position, they are busy at times. So some of them, they cannot pick phones, not because wanakulenga. Some of them, they are busy. So you go there, they say, I've dedicated someone, you'll check you. Yes.
Okay. I think there's something we do by there as ISARA mentors.
Yes.
Because for me, I have done my motivation and mentorship in such a linear way.
Yes.
I think from the background I have for project management.
Exactly.
Nowadays, I do it like a contract.
Yeah.
When I give you the brochure,
yeah,
we actually we actually go through the topics.
Yes.
We make a selection.
Yes.
We write a semi-contract.
Exactly.
Commit your date, your fee.
Your fee. Yes.
Then it's done.
It's done.
Is it something, if applied by some other motivational speakers, will it actually help them?
That is where it comes in all. It is the best. And I'll advise most motivational speakers to have this key thing. It is called a red card. Most people don't have a red card. Do you know why? They have not realized their value. So, like, they will just negotiate. Like, but I usually say, I have my red card. And it reaches a point when your red card, it is either you take it or leave it. Yes. In as much as we want to inspire the society, I'm selling value. So, we have a red card. We need to include the red card. Inside the red card, we include the topics and we include the commitment.
Tell them to come to Isara Mentor. I'll teach them to do.
Exactly.
Anyway,
thank you.
Let's go back to value. Because you mentioned value.
Yes.
How will I rate myself that I'll be charging 1,000, 2,000,
Yes.
5,000, 10? And how did you do it?
Okay. One thing, I know of the best motivational speakers in Kenya. I wouldn't charge the way they charge. They are the best. We are going to be the best at our times. Everybody has a journey and has a space where he's growing. But there's something called growth. Yes. Growth is very important. And marketing strategies are very important. The way everybody has packaged himself or herself, it is totally different. So the way I'll charge is the way I've packaged myself. The way I'll come to you as a client. Now, I like clients or principals who will tell me, come to my school first, we talk. So that day, when you're meeting with that principal, presentation, what is your presentation? The client will take you the way you are. He or she will pay you the way you look. So I also advise, this is not only for motivational speakers, but anybody who is selling a skill in terms of value. Yes, if you are selling a IT tech skill, you must have the following skill, this attitude whereby when you are meeting a client, show up to the task. You go there when you are well-programmed strategies. You're well-groomed. If you have a laptop as an IT guy, I wouldn't see a reason why you are an IT guy and you're meeting a client and your IT is a desktop. That is where problem comes in. You are a motivational speaker, you are called in, we cannot assume, some of us don't have cars or some of them don't have cars, but an Uber is not expensive. Show up in an Uber. You have shown up in a respectable way. That is how the client will take you. If you show up in your own jeans and everything, the client will take you that this guy is worth this. So even if you tell them that I'm charging 100,000, they will just laugh and tell you, look at yourself. Yes. So value is very important. Improve when you add value in everything what you do.
We like practical examples.
Yes.
If you don't mind,
Yes.
tell us of a situation you felt like, this one, I undercharged.
There are so many, not one. So I went to, when I was beginning, after around 10 to 20 schools, I think they are around 20 that year. I met a client, and he told me, come to my school, we talked. Reached the school, and he told me, how much do you charge? Bro, I told him a figure, and he told me, how is your experience? How can I know your experience? That is when you want to know that your value, you have undercharged yourself. So he told me, and how can I know your experience? So nowadays, I prefer telling you a higher figure, so that when you tell me, how can I know your experience, I will tell you the experience. So we learn. This is a field where you learn. Yes.
Okay. There's something you mentioned, I think, in one of our other interviews,
Yes.
that being a motivational speaker is quite hard because
Yes.
you have some people who actually want to prove you are not motivated.
Exactly. Exactly.
So tell us about this.
It is perception. People sit there, they want to see that, are you a good motivational speaker? And you know, motivational speakers are groomed to be or seem to be perfect people. Yes. Like these guys, they have a wife, they don't cheat. This guy, he has a car, he has everything. He lives the best life. But bro, I can come in, show up in an event. I'm a human being. At times I don't wear socks when I go to my events. I don't like wearing socks at times. So when someone's an audience sees me, you'll say, "Mbono, hata hawezi afford socks." Yes. So you see, so people sit there with the perception that this is a motivational speaker. I want to be motivated. But when you don't show up to the task, you'll say, I told you. It will not motivate me. So it is a perception.
But because you are here and you are telling us you actually were supposed to be a teacher.
Yes.
But you have gone into motivational speaking.
Yes.
And I can see this is good. You are smiling, everything must be good. It means you are hitting well from this room. Tell us. I know very many of us here want to be motivational speakers.
Yes.
But they ask themselves, will I actually make a living out of motivational speaking?
It is making a living.
Yes.
It's a good one. If only you trust the process. You might not earn at first. Even your first year, it will not make it. Even your second year.
But how many years have you been?
This is my 4th year.
4th year?
Yes.
Nice one.
Yes.
So let's continue.
So you can start earning well, especially after your 3rd year, when you when you have realized your value and worth. Is something called worth. So at first, and do not ignore the earlier experience where you are earning that 10, 8, or even 6, or even 1. Those are learning moments. Those are marketing moments. And as you know, I like talking to high schools majorly, and I usually do also corporates. And corporates have this thing that when you come to talk to us, we are marketing you. So, but I like them also because they are marketing you anyway. But they will say that take this amount, tunakusaidia. We are helping you. We know out here it's sad, but we are helping you. But these guys, they don't know this is where some of us depend on. Yes, we depend on this place. So, in as much as you want to go into motivational speaking, it's a good field. As long as you start the process, don't worry about the money first. Don't look at the money first. Build your craft first. Money will follow you. There are times even you'll not be calling any clients. Clients will be calling you and telling you, I want you tomorrow. I've had cases like that at times I'm in Nairobi or in Isiolo there, and a client will tell you, I want you tomorrow in Nakuru. And you will tell him, no. He tells you, make sure you are here, because they know your worth.
Nice.
Yes.
It takes time.
It takes time. It's time.
You say there's nothing like overnight success.
It will never happen, bro. It will never happen. Unless you are a wash guy anyway. Even wash guys, there's a process. You start by just kuwa mgondi kidogo, you snatch phones kidogo, you upgrade kidogo. So it takes time.
Now let's come to the audience.
Yes.
The reality on ground.
Yes.
Which actually also motivates me to speak out to people is you actually learn from mentorship. You actually learn from, sometimes we need inspiration in life. We need somebody to change our thinking and all that.
Yes.
And I would love to see the audience actually taking positively those speakers who come around them.
Exactly.
So I want us to speak to the audience.
Yes.
What do you think first should be done by the motivational speaker to ensure he or she is transferring value to the audience?
Okay, towards the motivational speaker first?
Yeah.
Yes. So as a motivational speaker, you need to research, do your homework well. But as those motivational speakers like us who have grown, even you, they have realized what these clients need. If you go to a client, you know what he needs, or you know what he or she needs. So you go there when you know the clients need this particular item, you know these clients need to be inspired in a particular way. And there are even parents who will call me and say that I want you to be on phone call with my daughter or son for 2 hours, and I'll pay you this certain amount. You talk to him or her. You see, they know that this is what they want. So understand your client first, what he or she wants. Number 2, package yourself well. Number 3, always be professional. Be professional. If it is a client who is an high schooler, if it is a client who is in the corporate world, do not go and mix other things with other things. Let it stick to professional. If it is motivational inspiration, let it stick there. And number 3, you should also do not talk over other people, and also do not stick to your own story. Give this kid life stories or things that are happened that he or she might relate. So as a motivational speaker, when motivational speakers will come to your school or your corporate, and he or she talks about himself majorly, that guy or that lady is more of selfish. Yes. Motivational speakers should not only come from, an inspiration should not only come from you. An inspiration from you should only come from 50% should be from you. The rest 50% should be from others. Yes.
Now for the audience, how can they benefit maximum?
Maximally.
Yes.
Yes. Number 1, there's nothing perception. Remove that perception. Check him as a human being. He is a motivational speaker. He is a human being like you. He can go broke like you. He can go in a small hotel like you. He can go drink like you. So at times you need to remove the perception first. They are human beings. Number 2, utilize the amount that you've given that client, that person or the motivational speaker. Utilize the amount to ensure that the value is there. Do not underrate them also, because most clients, they will underrate them, which is not important. Pay when it is value. Their parents, I'll tell you this, their parents, when they usually wait for schools to be closed, and they'll tell me, how much do you charge so that you come and speak to our students? And they are not families that are well-being. They are middle-class families or low-class families. They want value. Motivational speaking is value, and you cannot build yourself when you've not had a story from someone else. Yes. So you need to hear from others. Get to know people well. When you hear from someone else, if I hear an inspiration from you, I'll pick it up and learn and walk the talk.
Nice.
Yes.
For a motivational speaker,
Yes.
what do you think are some other things they can actually add into their product portfolio or service portfolio?
Yes.
So that they can increase the income from their professional life?
Exactly. So number 1 is books. Writing, I've seen yours here.
Yes.
Great for the road. Books is very important. You can, and it's not majorly supposed to target students. It's social media or even people outside there. Number 2 is what I've just said, social media. Can you be on social media as a motivational speaker? Marketing nowadays is not physically. It's not a long time ago when we could wait for Kesha training so that principal could look for your number. Everyone is on social media. The best moment to be alive is this era where we have a phone, a very good smartphone. You have the internet. The internet is the best. You can learn or you can look for the best motivational speaker in Philippines, and you can find him on YouTube. You can look for the best motivational speaker in America or Canada, and you can find him or her on TikTok. So this is the best era. Why shouldn't they not find us here? Yes. So social media, and also going to those schools, going to meet clients, marketing themselves physically, go to a school, introduce and package yourself well.
The followers have been looking at what we are doing.
Yes.
And they actually are motivated.
Exactly.
But I want to give you 2 minutes.
Yes.
2 minutes.
Yes.
To motivate us in any area of your specialty you want to focus on.
Yeah.
Here is the camera.
So I will majorly say I'm a man of all trades, or jack of all trades, but I want to focus on one thing. There's this quote, I don't remember the writer, he said that plant trees under whose shade you do not plan to sit. Plant that tree under whose shade you do not have the intention to come and sit under that tree. So personally, I'll advise someone to build not only yourself, build others. Be someone who is decisive in your work. If you are to start a craft, build that craft forever. It happens that we will build craft and they collapse, but ensure that that craft is growing in daily and on every day. The best thing is for us to make a decision, there must be a progress. For us to make a progress, there must be a decision that has been made earlier. Let us make good decisions. To expect progress, there must be a very good decisions. To everybody out here, the world is looking at you and the world expects maximum from us. Let us not leave this world where we not fully realize our potentials. Our potentials are more better than anything else. Let us fully realize our potentials.
Beautiful, beautiful. I want you to give yourself this platform.
Yes.
Share all the areas you think you actually have value
Yes.
to give to these people,
Yes.
and then use that opportunity to also tell them your contacts.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So, majorly in schools, we usually do motivational talks, inspirational talk, keynote speaking, and purposely we deal with study skills. And next we do with content mastery, retention and delivery. We do exam preparation, time management, note taking and reading. There are reading habits that your students should know. We do a program on majorly team building, not only for corporate teaching staff, but also corporate. So that is what we majorly do. And what we usually offer is we offer value. When you have Hillary Cheperio in your place, you have value. It is very important. So my contact is 0723 084543. Thank you. Successful people look like you. Remember that.
You said successful people,
Look like you.
those who have actually subscribed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us for this moment. It has been great having Hillary Cheperio. The future is luminous, the future is bright. And for those of us who have been having perception, those negative perceptions about motivational speakers, it's time to change them. We are actually humans as you. And sometimes we do but remember, we are there to speak so that we can change the world together. Asanteni sana. Thank you.